Hey guys, it's me, Pokemon, and today I want to bring you guys another video about Marvel Strike Force. And today I want to talk to you guys about who to farm in the stores in Marvel Strike Force. This is a pretty common problem I see a lot of people have. They start the game and say, who do I farm? I don't know who to farm. You know, people told me about the nodes, but what about the stores? Especially with like War, I don't think people talk a lot about those because they assume most new players aren't really spending currency in the War store. But today I want to talk about all those stores and sort of give my opinion on all of them and sort of help you guys out since you're going to be getting currency for all these stores. I wanted to talk to you about who I think is best to farm. I'm going to give you a first 3 characters and I'll do that for each mode. And first off, we have Arena. Arena has a lot of interesting characters. Mordo's not bad for the Supernatural team. Juggernaut's a nice Brotherhood character to farm, and Baku for Wakandan. Human Torch for the Fantastic Four. Heimdall for Asgardians. Those are fine characters to farm, but you're going to see I prioritize Guardians of the Galaxy first. Whenever they're in a store, I'd always farm them first, because I think the Guardians of the Galaxy are a very strong team that's very easy to farm. Star-Lord's a legendary event technically, but it's so easy to get them. You have Ravagers and Guardians you can use, and you just have to get them the 5-star, and they're all super farmable, so you'll be able to get Star-Lord very easily. And even if you don't get Star-Lord, you're still able to use a 5 Guardian of the Galaxy team without Star-Lord, because there's 6 Guardians of the Galaxy. So I just think they're a great team. I highly advise buying Guardians when you see them in a store. So that's why I have Drax first. Next up, you're going to see Daredevil. A lot of people are sort of moving away from the Defenders as we go through the game. I am still a big fan of Defenders. I think they're a great baseline team. I think you could still do a lot of incredible stuff with them, and I know people are saying to move away from Defenders, but I still believe in Defenders, and I still think they're a solid team to build up because they're incredibly competent, especially for a lot of PvE content you're going to try to be clearing very early on in the game. And finally, we have Vulture. You're going to see a lot of Sinister Six members on this list too, because they are Spider-Verse and Sinister Six, so they can help you with 2 legendary events, those being Shuri and Invisible Woman's, and those are sort of late game legendary events. So if you can get working on these Sinister Six characters as soon as possible, I highly advise you do that. But for all these stores, I'd say unlock as many characters as you can first, and then go back and farm up these 3 characters first. So I prioritize unlocking as many characters as you can, because you want to get the big of a roster as you possibly can. Just gives you much more to use in different modes. Blitz, that's helpful. It's helpful in wars. You just want to build up your roster wide first, but then start building up these 3 characters once you've unlocked everyone in the store. Next up is Raid. Raid's harder to farm because of the fact there's random characters in it every day. I would always open up Raid orbs. I just do that period end, but I still want to talk about this because I think there are 3 characters you want to be looking for most. First up, Rocket Raccoon, one of the most important characters in that Guardians of the Galaxy team because of his DPS. Next up's Killmonger. I just think Killmonger is a solid character. You're going to need him eventually for a Wakandan team, because eventually you'll be unlocking Shuri and you're going to want to use the Wakandans, and even if you don't have Shuri, all the Wakandans are pretty farmable. So I just like Killmonger. I think he's a fine character to unlock. And then last up on this list is Mysterio. Again, a Sinister Six member. You want to try to build up the Sinister Six because they're a good villain team and they're going to help you out with 2 legendary events. Next up is Blitz. Just similar to Raid, I'd open up Blitz orbs if you can, unless you really need to farm out a character. Like say you're close to one of these legendary events where you need all the characters at 5 stars to unlock a legendary character, then you can farm directly, and you're just a little bit away from getting that character. But otherwise, I'd always open up Blitz orbs. You get a good variety of characters, and it's a much better use of your currency. But first up of most importance in the Blitz store is Gamora. Gamora is very good. Again, Guardians of the Galaxy team. She can also work on a Brawlers team with American Chavez and Miss Marvel. Just Gamora's a solid all-around character. Next up, Luke Cage, tank for the Defenders. Another big part of the Defenders team. I highly advise you farm up. That's why he's here. And then Rhino is the 3rd character I advise. Again, like Mysterio and Vulture, a Sinister Six character you want to get building as soon as you can for those legendary events. Next up's War. A lot of interesting characters on the War store. For example, Nobu. Nobu's not good, but he'd be helpful for the Phoenix event, so it's certainly tempting. And there's characters like Carnage who could potentially help with unlocking Shuri for the Spider-Verse characters. You need the 5 Spider-Verse characters to unlock Shuri. So Carnage is tempting, but I think the most important character to get out of the War store is Graviton. That's because he is an important part of the AIM team, and the AIM team is very farmable except for Graviton. You can get all the minions and scientists Supreme pretty easily. But Graviton's a hard character to get, I feel. He's sort of gonna be the last piece of the team you build, but once you get Graviton, aim just goes from good to great. So I highly advise you get Graviton because he's just super important part of the team. Next up, Sif. As Guardians, you'll need to unlock Black Ball. Black Ball's one of the best characters in the game right now. I didn't advise the other Asgardians because that's such a late game thing, unlocking Black Bolt right now. Like, that is not something you'll be doing early on, but since there's not many other characters to farm in the store, you might as well start working on Sif now, try to build her up for that Black Bolt event. And then third up, I have Pyro. Pyro I put here because there's not that many other great options in the store, and it'd be nice to start building up your Brotherhood characters to unlock Magneto, and that's why I put Pyro here. And Pyro's he's a pretty okay character, and I like using Pyro, so I put him here. He's the third choice. I don't know if Pyro's necessarily like a mind-blowingly good character, but I don't think he's a bad one to farm from this store. So I hope this can help you guys with farming in Marvel Strike Force. I do know Crystal's going to be coming to the arena store soon. That doesn't change anything. I still don't think she's worthwhile. You know, I don't think she makes it into this list. I mean, she's a fine character, but I just don't think she's that great, and you need to prioritize her. Like, she's not going to make it to this top 3. But let me know what you think about this list down below. I hope this can help anyone that is starting out on Marvel Strike Force. I hope it can help you figure out who to farm from stores, because I know, especially in Arena and Blitz, all these characters are lined up here, and it can be really intimidating. And I hope this helped you break that down and sort of better comprehend those stores. And if you like these kind of guides, make sure you check out my channel. I do have a beginner series on Marvel Strike Force on my channel, and I do release videos pretty much daily about Marvel Strike Force. So with that being said, I hope everyone can have a happy and healthy day. And what do I really know? Because I am only an 18-year-old. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.